Hajimemasu Tenshi. Sorry for the hold up, but unfortunately, there were things like the electrical maintenance, which is exciting. But yeah, I made the silly mistake of going into the Favonius room, so we're gonna go straight to the library and get the witch book a little early. Whoa, this is way too many books. Considering this library organizing job is classified as a premium commission, Paimon can't mentally prepare, you know? Instructed to organize it, but seeing it in person is something else. Why, if it isn't Koi Oko-chan and Paimon, what brings you back to Mondstadt? Let me guess, you miss me so much you just had to come visit, is that it? So right through me here for business, actually. No, we hate you. I found you, we were starting to think you weren't clocking in today. Well, I wasn't planning to, but then Catherine mentioned someone had finally accepted an important commission for me for the library. So I came to check on things. Might you both be here for that very commission by any chance? Pleased to meet you. We're the only ones here, so yeah. Music to my ears. Now, as you can see, a certain anonymous benefactor has donated a large amount of books to us. Presumably someone from the witches. Shokami, yeah, to the library. Imagine my surprise when I glanced down the book list, revealed that each one would be an entirely new addition to our collection. There are books of all different kinds, including quite a few that are banned. Troublesome, I know, so this wasn't an odd job I could trust to just anyone. Banned by Lisa, banned by the Knights, banned by Celestia. And sorting them myself, my, what a headache that would be. It would take ages. All that to say, I'm very relieved to see you here. Anshindawa. I would treat you to some afternoon tea, of course, but looking at the state of this place, perhaps another time, yes. Don't worry, just leave the commission to us. Let's see. FMA Artis. It's crit rate. Okay, cool. You're as sweet as ever, Paimon. Well then, good luck in here. I'll leave you to it. Okay. She's going. See ya. Unfortunately, we can't read. Maybe. Maybe. Finally, we made it to the last stack. What even are some of these books? A Hillatrill's Guide to Running for Your Life. I made that because of Alice, probably. Do Hillitrills even read? Oh, and Basics of Wildflower Cultivation. Who'd grow one of those anyway? Oh, and that reminds me of... I do know that the fell flower actually shows up in Sucrose's. And what's this one? The Little Witch's Dictionary. Well, that title's kind of suspicious. Chisamajo. And didn't we already sort this area? Did you notice it earlier? No, and it's not on the list either yet. Soreni. And it opens on its own. That's one heck of a noise, and why is it all sepia? You're here looking for me. It's Dodoko Alice. Korewa. This one. Didn't hear the whole line. Did you forget seeing that book? Alice, how did you get in here? Ah, you must not have noticed, Paimon. I wasn't the one who barged in at all. When I opened that dictionary, you entered a mage's domain. To be fair, the library is right by here. A lot of people were expecting The door to Imaginary Theater to be the door to Conria. Though to be fair, I don't imagine they planned it that much ahead of time. What up, Pum? I knew that book had issues. Hi, have you read the storybook The Little Witch and the Undying Fire by any chance? I think so. First I've heard of it. I have heard of that one. Splendid, that makes things easier to explain. This book was written as a dictionary for that other story. Actual contents, so that two aren't related at all, though. What if we had said the other? That explanation makes things even more confusing. If we had said the other... What would... Let me see. Unlocked by... Hello, hello. Which is homework? Which is homework act none? Solution. Let me see. Unexpected commission. It's called One Day You Receive an Important Commission from the Knights of Favonius. And we say that no matter, and we name this book was written as a dictionary for the other one. The actual contents of the two aren't related at all, though. Okay. Alright. Suit yourself. Oh dear, where should I begin? Oh, you know about the promise of the Hexen Circle, made the Varka, and the Tripartite Conference, yes. Venti, Varka, and the witches. Namely, that in Mondstadt's greatest time of need, the mages would return and lend their aid to the nation. In other words, they talked about that in paralogism, and that is... foreshadowing buffs, it seems. While waiting around for danger to descend upon the land isn't exactly our style. Rather than a scenario where we jump in and save the day out of nowhere, makes more sense to lay the groundwork over time. That's how M put it. That would be Anders Daughter, who is the new Durin's creator, basically. I did not even realize it, but Anders Daughter, that's a reference to Hans Christian Andersen, and that Anders Daughter is, the feminine version of Andersen, daughter of Ander versus son of Ander, literally, because that's how Scandinavian words work, or at least used to. Besides, who knows when such a crisis could occur? It could be in the next life or even tomorrow. Preparation is crucial. So I gathered the mages together to write this dictionary. Of course, it had to be under the guise of being related to that storybook. Otherwise, I never would have been able to get them in one place. Sounds like a lot of work. So how do we factor in exactly? Well, we looked into Barbala Scrigras, a tale of the series of tasks that were made for the people of Mondstadt. They're all in this dictionary. Okay. Striving toward a common goal, overcoming obstacles alongside trusted companions, becoming better versions of ourselves. That is the best defense against what dangers could lie ahead. You make it sound like something bad is actually about to happen. Perhaps. No, I never said that, but still we are talking about trusted companions here, Paimon. When we speak of a person who could be considered a friend to all in Mondstadt, afraid the pool of options consists of but one. Let's see what's going on here. I should have seen this coming. Wait, the huge book donation? That was just an excuse to get us here, wasn't it? We had to spend ages sorting through them, Huh, oh dear, I never could have imagined you would need to go to such trouble. She's lying. Uh-huh, sure you didn't. Ah, well, this is an important book. I couldn't just bring it into Tevat without taking any precautions. Came from outside the world, presumably then. Much better to hide it in plain sight, you see. So I donated all those other books to the library. Basically, in the Japanese, she said she was hiding a tree in the forest. Besides, it's not like this is a bad thing. Just think of it as an excuse to reunite with old friends, and as a favor to your dear Aunt Alice. Okay, if the goal is to help the people of Mondstadt, then we're in. We'll take the dictionary, and the next time we run into our friends, we'll pass your tasks and stuff along. Okay. Wonderful. Then I'll let you get to it. Have fun. And there it is. That got cut off. Is that the end of it? Yeah, that was. Oh well. Little Witch's Dictionary. Unexpected Commission. Epilogue. Talk to Lisa. Complete Witch's homework-related quests unlock additional talents for the corresponding characters. Certain characters' skills and constellation effects will also change. Each Witch's homework quest is focused on a specific character, and this does not even say level. It's just 70. Obtain the corresponding character and increase their level to level 70 and unlock the related quest. Well, I could increase it to something other than a level. Something else 70? It's not possible. So who just... it's showing off the homework. Okay. Yes, that wouldn't have shown before. Okay. Which is Eve right? Until we do that, they will keep yelling at us. Exciting. A silver isotoma. Let's just check these. Temporal Winds Eulogy, as in the Winds of Time. That's Istaroth, Genesis of Star Signs. That's a card in the TCG. Never mind. And Sevenfold Transmutation of Wonderland Flowers. Phantasmal Nocturne of the Unexpected. Additionally, the actual effect Surge of Lightning of the Little Wolf Pack. Okay, so that part is gone now. Oh, and that counted as one. Interesting. That's next week. The silver sands fall from the heavens, flowing through the hourglass of the end. The north wind from the borderlands tolls the evening bell of the moonlit city to meet a future none can foresee, in which his homework begins, and we don't even have Kui. We have C6 of all of them. Official is in the middle. This feels like a neutral option. I mean, it's just, we had them all at C6. Nothing could be done. Okay. Yeah. That's cool. That's just always. That's just free forever. Nice. Guess we can do these. Sure. Not now, not now. Ugh. A top can. Alcar. Some Frosty Court. Huh. Super heavy Land Rover mechanized fortress. It's just evil Bobik. New type of war machine, jointly developed by the Armory Palace and the Moon Power Experimental Design Bureau, equipped with multiple heavy weapons. Whatever its creators once intended, the Iron Behemoth now roars only for the Vitui and the will of Snezhnaya, using its massive frame to crush all who dare stand in the way of the approaching of the new world. I wanted... Let me just see where the next is. And this was... Okay. Update. No one... Okay. Alright. What about that quick start? Adventure rank too low. Weird. Okay. So Lisa's... Unexpected commission epilogue. Now that Lisa's commission is complete, you better ask her for your payment. Okay. Where'd she go, though? Oh, by the books. And, oh, the official dictionary stays. Right, because that anecdote is permanently in the game now. Oh, you finished sorting already. It went much faster than I expected. Now then, what would you like in return? Kawaii Oko-chan? Freed up my whole afternoon helping me with that. How about we spend it together? I'd like to be paid. I'd like to ask about those books. This is a more interesting one than money. Hello, you arrived just in time for the rolls. We're just talking to this woman. Oh, so you noticed two such strange names and even stranger contents. Not to mention, this is the largest library in northern Tibet, and I didn't recognize a single title on the list. Just don't see how that's possible. the main thing is, this is a qualification because originally they just said largest library, and obviously the House of Dana and the Academia is bigger. So, yeah. Let me see that there. What about the next one? I'd like to be paid. Oh, that's all? Well, don't worry, I won't forget. And that's all that that says if you go to that one. Oh, okay. What does he do if that's not too private? Or corporal, unless... Actually, we just ran into... But that's a secret. She doesn't care about the witches. Trouble, I presume. Think I'll steer clear if it's all the same to you. Besides, if a book exists in this world, then there's a place for them in this library. I bet he became a hitman. Did he have to shave his head bald? Better for them to remain here than end up in the hands of someone more suspect. Interesting. Anyway, here's your payment. Thanks again for all the help. Okay, and that's the end of that. And now she's gone. No post-quest dialogue. She just disappeared. So I have characters in that party who are related to Similanka. Yeah, exactly. No reason to ask. Let me just see. And can we go in Albedo's room? It is really funny that after finally letting us go on the second floor, they just added a third floor that you can't go to. I think they'll keep doing that forever. I believe this is where Durin was born. Let's do our test runs and then roll for him. Yeah, for him. I was intending to go for the weapon too, but there's a little something called card risk control. I mean, it's... I make a good amount of money, but sometimes the bank doesn't care about that. So I'll have to figure out a way to, I don't know. Maybe I'll just bite the bullet and get NordVPN and just top up with a, spoofing a Japanese IP to get, the 20% discount effectively, which is the way it works. Those top-up services. Because, I mean, you can save 15 to 20% using a top-up service, and that's money on the table. Yes, but it's fun to see what... I'm not just doing it for the rewards. You aren't supposed to do it for the benefits. I'm doing it for... Oh, the other stuff. Let me see this here. Well, not Farzan has no new abilities. I am doing this because I just want to see how her test run is, because it's a new domain each time, basically. That was a little silly as a way to do it. Oh, whatever. Yeah, freeze Hazo is funky. Whatever. Sure. Cool. This is fine. Anything on... This is a swirl-oriented team. This is not what you are for. Well, whatever. Not a big deal. No, we can kill you. Oh, you didn't get hit by the big soccer ball. That's annoying. Well, whatever. Die. Okay. Regardless, and then... It is funny that Bennett is... You would think he was given away for free with how they treat him sometimes. Regardless. Okay, cool. Hit. Thank you. No. We can do this funny overvape, I guess. Xingqiao is a very fun character. Very, very strong. Very overpowered. He's been meta since the game came out for a reason, and they even had to nerf him. That is the funny part. No, I'm serious. He got nerfed in 1.1 before I even started playing, because originally every single one of his projectile rain swords applied. It would be funny. I wouldn't hate it. I think what... This is Yahuda. She looks amusingly smug. Yahuda is an animo character capable of both high-frequency elemental damage and continuous healing. Battles, she can adapt to various elemental environments to deal different types of elemental damage the situation dictates. Yahuda uses... That would be funny, but I think it'll probably be what they did with Sucrose, because Sucrose is buff. She gets an incredibly, hilariously minor amount of damage bonus that means nothing in most cases. And the main thing is just the buff lets her count as a Hexerei character to turn on other characters' Hexerei buffs that require other characters that aren't just pure kit additions. That is actually the big part of her buff, letting her count as a Hexerei character. She did not need any help in her base kit, but I think it would be similar with the Xingqiao. They wouldn't even have to give him anything else. They could just let him turn on Adeptus buffs. Though Liyue has enough characters that they could probably do 2 factions. When Yahuda uses her, because it's all made up. The issue in the Discord server is that I put it in the role that puts it in the timeout room, and I thought that would be enough, because usually it is, but since it had clicked the right checkmark earlier and gotten into the rest of the server, and I hadn't taken away the role that lets them into the rest of the server yet, it still had access to the rest of the server, just also had access to the punishment room. So I took away the role that gave it access, and I even banned it for good measure, so there you go. It's exciting. Let me see something here. Herm. Well, it's one they deserve, probably. When Yahuda uses her elemental skill, she enters a shadow pursuit state and charges at her target. While moving, she fills her purloined treasure flask based on the elements applied to nearby opponents. The state's duration ends, she deals a single instance of anemo damage to nearby opponents. When the purloined, so it can still trigger PV. Purloined treasure flask is full if the party's moon sun is at least ascendant gleam. Yahuda will continuously consume the elements stored in her flask to periodically attack nearby opponents, dealing damage to the corresponding element. Yahuda uses her elemental burst, the cat paws, deals a single instance of anemo damage to nearby opponents, deploys 2 personal coordinated assistance robots, which continuously restore HP to the party's current active character. Party's moon sun is at least ascendant queen. The robots will switch their attributes based on the elements applied to nearby opponents while continuously dealing corresponding element damage to surrounding opponents. Depends on how unpleasant beta testing would be. Of course, it's, fake. How to use her elemental skill, and this is just showing that off. And yeah, you can see, and the interesting thing is that it doesn't even require burst. She is not a burst-reliant character unless you want her. Interesting. Unless you want her healing. And it will do other coordinated attacks, and it's not no damage, but it's really mostly about... Interesting. And it can be more application, but she doesn't need it. What shield? She doesn't have a shield. Oh, the mage's shield. Okay. Just see how this works, and okay, cool. Nice. Let me check something real quick, and they have her on VV. Because, again, she is more or less just an alternative to Sucrose, and she's only even a side grade at C6. Before that, she's just worse. Her constellation is a strawberry, because her name means strawberry, and I believe it's Finnish. Or the skill is used again. It is not Chaska, I'm sorry to tell you. Okay. And there we are. And we have you guys. Lots and lots of wild hunt. Okay, interesting. Let's just take you down. Yeah, this is good for what it is. Oh, there are no elements applied. It's just this. That is disappointing. I thought that wouldn't be a problem. But yeah, this is not difficult. No shield. There we are. You cannot use your own characters in trials, which is part of why I like doing it, to see what they equip them with. Gave her... Oh, this is the new event weapon. It's not even available yet for the Not One Mondstadt event, but it's a Rainbow Serpent's Rainbow, which would be a reference to Aingana, the Australian Rainbow Serpent. Interesting. It's only R1. Interesting. Yeah, it's an attack boost, which is good for her. Energy recharge, also good for her. Give her the Not One Event Claymore and a Favalance on you. Okay. I would like to, but I'm going to have to figure something out in between this week and probably next Friday. Because like I said, try to do a bit of topping up because, I get paid a decent amount these days. But again, it's... I don't know if it's just where it's spending. Because again, because I know, Loot Bar LD Shop, that's, does not look good to a... Attack and Animo, not Tenacity. Doesn't really look good to a bank. Even though it's Not really, no. Not really, no. For better or worse, not really, no. I get paid by the job that I work. You know, I don't enjoy it, but, you know, we work to live. Noblesse and a... Not Crimson, just attack. They're really giving them some screwy stats. Just want to see an Jean-Wayne. Give him a Sapwood, which is a good option, because again, energy recharge and one of the higher 4-star options. And then, so what do they give Venti? And you see, he's got a fat brand new tutorial, because basic tutorial for his Hexerei ability. Exactly, it's exciting. Venti's an animo character, both on-field and off-field DPS capabilities. Now he becomes a Hexerei character once Witch's homework or the Waking of Wind is complete. He doesn't have on-field until you do Hexerei. Stop lying. Tapping on Venti's elemental skill, it looks really good. It's just I need to go and convince the bank, please let me spend money on the video game. I work very hard so I can spend money on stupid things. I'm sorry. Buying a house is not possible in America anymore. I spend my money on stupid things because there's nothing else to spend it on. It's not even that much. Summons a window main, deals animo damage to opponents, and it becomes a nuke if you have a C2. I'm not going for that, of course. Holding down on Venti's elemental skill. Summons an even bigger window main and allows Venti to ride the wind high into the air. I've never had Takis, actually. I think I had sort of a knockoff Takis made by Doritos some years ago that I enjoyed. I've never had real Takis. Do you like Takis? I haven't seen people actually eat Takis since middle school. There was this one gal who really liked Takis. I should have him. Hello, we're about to roll for Durin, actually. The evil twink is here. Good to see you. Ride the wind high into the air. Create the elemental burst creates a storm eye, stucks in opponents. And CFP at... CFP. Test. Oh, to become a... Just the certified financial planner. So will that let you become a CPA, or... CPA test, or... 2 Hexerei characters, Storm is active, transform wind thunder arrows that will pierce opponents, dealing even greater animo damage to opponents along their path. It's a wind domain, and again, with his C2, this becomes a hilariously strong nuke with the tap version. It's actually very funny. And the other tutorials showing off, they gave Venti a new signature. It's kind of crazy. I mean, that's not Skyward Harp, and it is not Elegy for the End. They made a brand new, on-field DPS-oriented signature for Venti. Understandable. Yeah, are they paying you to get that? Do you have to pay to take that test? And yeah, he's got new arrows. You can see. And now they're gonna let us do the real challenge. Let's see, and oh, it's with Durin. And yeah, this is currently Venti's best on-field DPS team. Okay, so they are. That's exciting. And Farazan is who we want to use here first, but no, they don't have that there. And they added Durin as a playable character, as you can potentially see, which is interesting. And also they changed the targeting on his burst, so it locks on enemies, so you don't have to worry about having to back up or anything. Bonus and a... Oh, nice. That's exciting. And yeah, they added Durin, who has a somewhat of a form transformation. Durin, well, he's both Durin and not, which is funny. Capable of both off-field DPS and team support, depending on how his skills are using either aid as party members or feel more offensive for one battle. After Durin uses elemental skill as a normal attack and elemental skill, he replaces special alternatives. Tapping on the normal attack or elemental skill buttons, these circumstance calls Durin to enter the denial of darkness or confirmation of purity states, respectively. Tapping normal attack as described puts Durin in the denial of darkness state. On the state, Durin's elemental burst increases the damage dealt by his vaporize and melt reactions while periodically doing pyro damage nearby opponents. Which is to say, that's for him as an off-field vape melt DPS, basically 5-star Zhongwei. Tapping elemental skills described above puts Durin in confirmation of purity state, while in the state, Durin's elemental burst can periodically deal damage to nearby opponents. By triggering pyro-related reactions, can also lower the pyro res of opponents, as well as the res of the corresponding element involved in such reactions, so everything except Cryo and Hydro. But he cannot really shred Hydro and Cryo. He is not meant to be used for an on-field melter or vapor. Is Krispy Kreme in a good position these days? I was not aware of that. Oh, I'm a different kind of gambler. I'm a different kind of gambler. For better or worse. And yeah, in Denial Darkness, he becomes a support for every other element. Even Crystallize if you want to be funny. Yeah. I mean, rarely will I say that sports gambling may be a better investment, but it would be a better investment. And see, basically he either turns into a funny fairy tale dragon, or he turns into an abyssal dragon. That's really all it is, but you can see he's getting these AoE attacks that are shredding some res. It's exciting. Oh, okay. Just keeping everything in-house. Interesting. Evil mode. Yep. And that increases his own damage. That's exciting. So yeah, this is on... Oh, right, they get to show us Queez. They made Queez normals faster. She's actually good now, too. Yeah, Durin's strong. He is... Oh, interesting. Did Kosh Patel talk about his Israeli honeypot girlfriend going to Krispy Kreme or something? I'm sure you know what I'm talking about with regards to that. And Quaff, even though she's not crystallizing? He has Cinnabar, and there's still no way to get Cinnabar if you didn't do the event. Good thing I did years ago. And 2 on Noblesse. I mean, it's good for his burst damage. Durin can. I have him on Emblem. Next patch, they're adding a new crit rate and attack boosting set for Hexerei characters. It doesn't require the Hexerei resonance, just requires them to be Hexerei. He's a lot of fun. I mean, not to get too controversial, I guess. I mean, we just talked about, you know, head Indian of the FBI, but the fact that they haven't added a 5-star male off-fielder since Baiju. And Durin is also very strong and versatile. So people are joking that it's sort of a Q. Oh, Cinnabar's in... Durin could. He can use Noblesse if nobody else is using Noblesse, but if you've already got a Noblesse user, I have an emblem set ready for him. Yeah, there's going to be a crit rate set. Did you hear that Varka's probably coming in 6.4, Connor? Yeah. Well, I mean, you can shuffle him around, I suppose, but let me just see. And Albedo's got buffs too. His flower doesn't really worry about breaking anymore, and he's also got damage bonus too, which is exciting. This is decent. This is gonna be fun. Let's just break that. I think we can put this down here. You can see that these silver flowers are being created. It's interesting. Yeah, I don't have Klee, but she's very, very strong now. It's quite funny. Yep, and she will automatically use her charge attack as part of her chain, which makes it much easier to handle, too. It's very exciting. I'll get here. Time to change fate, he says. I guess he's Lucina from Fire Emblem Awakening. Okay. He's gonna be an Animo Claymore character, Streets are saying, which is exciting. Okay. Put that together. I want to see what they put on the Venti trial stage. I think they have him using Viridescent, which is silly, because if you know... Oh, Desert Pavilion Chronicle, which is the Wanderer, and basically just Wanderer set. Sethos can use it too, which is funny, because Sethos was literally added because Wanderer had nobody to be gay with. I'm not kidding. But yeah, this is just normal Favorbo. Athame. I did not know they put a new weapon on Kui. You might be confusing Varka with Yao Yao. It is kind of funny that we don't have any Mondstadt Dendro. Oh, for the trial they put, as in a video, she has Lost Prayer to the Sacred Winds in that one. I mean, I'll show you. That is not a new weapon. It's not a new weapon. It's just one nobody remembers. You see? Lost Prayer. It also increases movement speed, which means you know what character is most meta for Wind Trace. It's either Nuviet or Rethesli holding Lost Prayer for the Sacred Winds because it increases their movement speed. And they got rid of alternate sprints in Wind Trace. Because they're tall males who move fastest, and they can hold Lost Prayer for movement speed. I'm not kidding. It's hilarious. Okay, it's time to roll. I was not able to throw money at this, so... But that's right, we also have... Let's pick this up. That would be quite nice, but I would also like Yahuda, so... We'll see. Let's pick up our... Money. Monet. Free money. Okay. I'm hoping, because I am going to need to steal myself. I'm also going to need to just buy NordVPN so I can use the real top-up center. Not quite yet, not quite yet. Let me bring up our counter, which is still kind of ugly, unfortunate. This is going to be, we're at 2 on standard. What's interesting is that if you're looking to get both weapons, if you lose to a standard weapon, it's actually best to get rid of your fate point, because there's still pity. Okay. Can you stay for... If you want, you can stay for like 5 more minutes, because I'm rolling for Durin right now. But if you gotta go, you gotta go. Focus on your life. But we are about to get into the good stuff, which is to say gambling. So we're at 0 on event banner, actually. Let's go to put this here. But either way, thank you for popping in. Appreciate your offering and good luck, and we'll see you around. Okay. It's just a purple. I would like to get at least 1 Yahuda. And we did! We've already succeeded. 20. Maybe it's gonna be another Yahuda. It is actually another Yahuda. I don't hate that. Let's go for 30. Is it gonna be another Yahuda? No, it's a Lion's Roar. Okay. That's C1 Yahuda. I don't dislike that. She's a Sucrose Sagre. Okay. What is this? Hello, what is this? 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's catching. We're at 6 pity now. I mean, it's early. A Bennett, 6. It'd be funny if it was double, but I don't think it will be. We have a guarantee now, which is exciting. We're at 6. That was a Keka at 4. 34 Keka. Let me see. Etching at 34. Over 5, 20, 25. Well, I mean, let's keep going. We should have enough. 16. But I will not complain about Kachin cons. They may suck, but presumably she should get a buff eventually. 2, 2, 2. Okay. Alright. That's fine. To Venti 6. The main thing is that I can go back for the weapons next week without an issue. That will not be a big problem. And then a 36. C2 Yahuda! I don't hate getting a few more Yahudas. This smug face feels very ZZZ. If you catch my drift, and I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, and we already had C6 Farzan, so we're just getting some Stardust. Let's see what's happening at 56. But again, it's early pity. That should be 66. I think. Did I miscount? I may have miscounted. Let me go back and count. It was a busy day today. C3 Yahuda. Let's check that. And it. No, that's too far in the past. I think. No, this is 66. Okay. 67. Yeah, and we have enough, or should. 68, we are getting close. 69, nice. Oh, hello. No, I don't know if that was 69 or 79, actually. I think that was 79, actually. There is not much left at the moment. There's not even enough. I don't even think there's enough for a single temple. Check. It's him. It's him. So for now, he can use Wolfang. That's okay. Do you want to teach me? He says. Well, I guess. And the first one, and just in case, I would prefer to have, if I had to get C2 of either the bow or the Athame, I would prefer to get a C2 of the Athame because it's a support weapon. So, I guess we can see. We're going to be back at, how much? At 0. Okay. Actually, it was at 2, I believe. Yeah, we were at 2 on weapon. I mean, we'll see. We will see. I mean, if nothing else, eventually I'll just go in the rest of the way in a week or so. But I mean, that was a pretty nice way to get it. That was not too bad. Well, I don't think that was happening, but that's okay. That's alright. Not everything can be a massive slam dunk victory. Sometimes we miss the net. I don't even like basketball. Why am I saying this? Oh, prospectors. I don't have that. I do. That is true. How much would it take for another? It's 4 and a... 36 and a... 2 and... If we put together... Let's get 4 of these. And then... I mean, we're gonna be going in anyway. Just not today. So this is a little bit more. Okay. That exactly bottoms out, I believe. So this is a bit of progress towards where we want to be. Next week on Friday or something, they can get their... We can get them their new weapons. A new weapon for... A special weapon for a special boy. Oh, and a Aurorone constellation. That is very surprising, but quite welcome. Wine and song, ever-changing. Increases attack, sprint or alternate sprint. It's an interesting idea, but the only one that's any good is Alley Flash, and we're at exactly 0. We have truly bottomed out. Interesting. That is kind of crazy. So, again, I'll figure out something. I'll get NordVPN and just buy from the real top-up shop, but in Japan. Oh yeah, that was good. I was kind of thinking, you know, what happens if I just don't get him and just have to go in with my tail between my legs? First of all, it would be surprising because I don't think I have a tail, but regardless. For 10 seconds after catching triggers an electro-related elemental reaction, her attack is increased by 25%. Wow, this is ass. I'm excited to see what happens when she gets buffed. Okay. And then Yahuda, there is no Bala VPN, I'm sorry. For it to bounce. Fluffy Meow Ball. We're gonna get paid next heist. That is good too. That's a good one as well. Boost this. Don't bury amidst the dust. That's energy. Oh, that's strong, but because she's a cat or something. This is a good one, but again, we don't have that. It's not what we got. Okay, Durin. Adama's Redemption. Is that Gnostic? I bet that's Gnostic. And we can't do this yet. Gift from the stars. Durin's outfit as the smoke from the alchemical ray gradually dissipated. Glimmer of starlight drew Durin's gaze toward the window. Reflection in the glass he saw himself dressed in elegant garb, like a prince straight out of a fairy tale. Looked down at himself again, he realized he was wearing that very same outfit. But who could have given him that gift? The stars outside merely twinkled soundlessly, providing no answers. Which is to say, he was born naked, like most of us. And then suddenly he had clothes, because they realized that would be obscene. I mean, this works. There aren't really good purple wings options for him. You know, he could jive with the Nodcry wings, but it will be a while till I get those. Okay. You can have the Mondstadt Animo wings. Nova's Whisper. Yahoda's outfit, adopting a new look, is the first step towards bidding farewell to the past. Quotes from this ensemble were custom made at the behest of Yahoda's dearest, most brilliant, wisest, all-knowingest boss, Nefer. The goggles were a gift from Aino, and the beanie was a handmade by Nefer. Cute. Googles. Okay. Stupid. We did pre-farm for her. Mostly. This busted treasure compass that does not work, and I need to get a few more of these, actually. It's true. Plan to get paid. Hope you do. Good feeling. She's so stupid. Okay. Preform the Moonfly. It is probably Albedo in terms of how low to how high. Because Albedo was just a worse Chiori, and now he's a strictly better Chiori. So it's funny to say it that way, but that is not an unreasonable way of evaluating it, I would say. Okay. I would like to see Dia getting a buff. I guess the question is, I mean, to be fair, it's more or less what they did with Venti. They turned a character from who had a primarily off-field style to having a primarily on-field style. But I suppose we will need to grab for ourselves. Yeah, Zhong buff and a new weapon would be smart. Though, I think it would be more interesting to just make his buffing capabilities better. And the big way might be to make people sad. They could make Tenacity more reliable by having him pulse. Having the shield pulse. Not just the pillar, because the pillar is very breakable. So, that would be a bad idea. I can't support that. You know, it's not particularly useful, but it looks pretty. Hello, how are you doing? We just got Durin. Let's get our juice. We need to grab a... Oh, hello, resin. Hello. That is unfortunate, but you have 3 weeks. Not all hope is lost. Maybe some, but not all. So, keep your chin up, boss man. I think that's what they say. You know, let's just get some... Oh. I mean, you do have dailies for 3 more weeks. There are some events coming. 6 hairy balls 9. What's good? We just got Durin. That's what's good. What is not good is that I tried to purchase Primogems, well, Genesis crystals, and the bank said, "Baby, what is you doing?" And so that means, unfortunately, Valorant Cookie. Is this Cookie Run Kingdom I hear? I've never played that game. My sister, when she was younger, still in high school. That was, I mean, and this is going to make everyone here feel old, I think. She was talking about all her people. Because I need to purchase them for myself first. That is why. That is why. Also, Cookie Run Kingdom mentioned. Yeah, Shadow Melt Cookie, isn't that its name or something? I don't know. I mean, it's just, he can use Emblem. Because on the teams I'd be running him on, there's already going to be a Noblesse holder. This is a placeholder for getting the real Hexerei set soon. I am in the American server, so if you needed help with something, I suppose it would be possible. Technically. I mean, this is a really good set, too, already. We will give you Wolffang. If you would like some help, but I think that will probably be next weekend, because I'm, for one, kind of tired. Yeah. It's good. It's a good weapon. Yeah, but let us get him to 40 for a marginal amount of additional damage just to clear a resin out, but we're gonna go kill that big robot. We're gonna kill fake Bowbeak. Light Manifest of the Divine Calculus. And the door. Something shining. Jowari Da. It's over. Tavad has fallen. Millions must try and fail to get Durin. Okay, here we go. Look, he leveled up. I mean, he actually doesn't need that much energy regen either. Especially because he's got flat energy regen, which is tied to skill level, which is very whale bait in its own kind of way, which is very funny. Okay, cool. No. We will just... I mean, he wasn't doing much. Wolffang is very good. Wolffang is probably, though that would require Battle Pass, and if you don't want to spend on Battle Pass, I guess that's a bit of a non-starter. Bennett runs on Noblesse and pretty much nothing else. Yeah, America runs on Duncan and Bennett runs on Noblesse. That's how that works. And now, I mean, Nefer should be out of the picture soon. Yeah. Me when Nefer burning. Okay. Let's just get rid of... No, wait, what? What am I doing? Why did I do this? I need to go fight the robot. I need to be taken out back and shot. That was pointless. Whatever. Yeah, you can use Noblesse for your Durin if nobody's already holding it. I mean, you can use it for the burst damage, but Noblesse doesn't stack. So it might be a bit of a poor decision. I mean, it depends on... As of right now, the big thing is, when the Hexerei set comes out next patch, farm that. Because that's going to be best for Durin, it's going to be best for Queen, maybe even Mona as an on-fielder, honestly. Just because it makes her damage decent, she can vape a really strong charge attack if you time things right, if you're running her as a vape. On-field driver for vape. Which is pretty much her specific role right now, on-field driver for vape. Probably Durin. Unless you, like, want to run an all-women team for one of various reasons, which you know, or just don't have Durin. I mean, I respect people... I respect people's preferences. Arlecchino, Mona, Durin, and Sucrose. That's interesting. So, is Arla the dedicated on-fielder and you have Mona as an off-fielder? How consistent is that Hydro? I mean, Arla's in a weird position app-wise. I tried running Arla Mel. You could, honestly, but Mona's off-field capabilities aren't that great, and they've been deliberately downplayed, especially lately. So I would recommend building another Hydro. Yeah, that ain't bad. Especially because that would keep the app more consistent. Let's see how this works. We're going to brute force ignore the mechanics. Super Heavy Land Rover Mechanized Fortress. Hi, it's Evil Bowbeak. Super Heavy War Machine capable of regulating its own temperature. After receiving pyro attacks, Mechanized Fortress will continuously accumulate heat and enter an overheating state. At this point, if it continues to heat up, Mechanized Fortress automatically activate a cryo ward to cool itself down, interrupting the cooling process. Could significantly disrupt its operations. Too bad we don't care about that right now. Raiden and Klee would be competing for field time, It's just, very rarely, if ever, is there any situation where running multiple on-fielders is worth it. I mean, that's just how it works. You know, to quote Luigi, that's how it is on this bitch of an earth. I mean, this works brute force. The team is busted now. Okay, cool. Let us do some things, and right, we should... What can we do here? I mean, we're gonna get rid of Nefer in here soon enough. Because she's gonna hit max friendship today. We can see that friend card. Isn't that exciting? And on that note, let's do our dailies. Raiden would work. It's just Klee wouldn't work on that team. At that point, you'd probably be wanting to run Durin, Bennett, Chevy, or maybe Durin, Chevy, Fischl, Raiden. I mean, if you wanna, it's a free country. This is kind of good. Let me check that core. Cyclic Military. As the type Drizzlov, I guess he's Sokolov from Metal Gear. Super heavy class mechanism jointly developed by the Armory Palace and the Moon Power Experimental Design Bureau. I would not consider her especially American. She's just French, or British in a funny way. She's French-British. You know, two kinds of evil. Yeah, you know, it's if you're not a robot, yet you can't say it with a hard R. A moon power device obtained from the Energy Core after defeating the Super Heavy Land Rover Mechanized Fortress. The Fontaine Research Institute of Kinetic Engineering. Maybe she could energy engineering wants to find several ideal cycle patterns of elemental working substance engines. Regardless of the type, the most perfect number of cycles has consistently been 4. Though most engineers from the Armory Palace and the Moon Power Experimental Design Bureau, you can. Temporary moon power's working substance is from elemental energy. Design configurations beyond the 4-cycle paradigm have still been proven inefficient and impractical. Certain sense, the 4-cycle might be the world's peculiar preference, and okay. Yeah, exactly. We need to fight this a few times. Go ahead. Was that you? No, wait, was that you? I'm worried. Or is this just somebody totally random who happened to join at the same time? Okay, good. Let me get out of the way, not die. It's just, if you're gonna run Bennett Mavica, you know what? I'll take Shilin and Satowi. I'll be your biggest supporter. Hello. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. What in the... Okay. Because the world is unkind. The world is an unkind place. Oh, I think... Oh, I'm worried. Did it just stop? I don't think... Let me see if it's back up. Yep, we're having problems with the YouTube. I think it's because someone else joined the world and it's peer-to-peer. Oh, Lord. Okay. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. The same thing is happening. Let me just reconnect. I guess I'll have to stitch things together again. This is really exciting. Okay. Good God. Good God. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Yeah, no co-op ever, unfortunately. Fortunately, no co-op ever, actually. Like, I have to kick you out, because I'm pretty sure that being in co-op made the stream disconnect. I'm sorry, but I have to expel you. I'm serious, it's that bad. It is that bad. Hell! God damn. Okay. Yeah, I gotta kick you out of the world, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, I mean, if I had Ethernet, or if I stole my sister's room back after she stole it from me, it would work. But unfortunately, we're screwed. Fortunately, we're totally screwed. But I mean, I can't go to Italy. Yeah, it wouldn't work. But yeah, I literally cannot. Literally cannot. It's actually ridiculous. Okay. Good God, I hate this. I hate this so much. I gotta make a new fucking YouTube event. Fuck. YouTube's so goddamn sensitive to this. So what did we learn today, guys? We learned that I literally can't do co-op, or it just makes... At least not on Fridays, after I've been using everything for, At least not on Fridays, after I've been spending the day using Wi-Fi for work. Unfortunately, yeah. No co-op anymore, guys. Unfortunately. And it literally every single time, it always just resets this. I'm not kidding. I'm serious. It's stupid. You know, just every single time, it resets this back to join with permission. You can't keep it as a reject. You can't say, fuck you, stay out of my world. Eventually, it forces you to let people back in. I'm not kidding. It's so dumb. Whatever. I don't care anymore. Stupid. Well, alright. Alright. Yeah, because I'm gonna have to... Fucking... I'm gonna have to stitch this back together now. Maybe, I guess. But it's certainly not pleasant. I mean, we could have gotten worse rolls, but we could have also just not had the stream disconnect. And yeah, I'm pretty sure it's because of going into co-op. I wish that weren't true. Say it ain't so. By Weezer. But it... my lord. But it's an unpleasant confluence. Because... Oh, and you're still here. In order to make the combined chat for YouTube and Twitch work, I also have to be running an internal server on my... I have to be running an internal server on my computer, so that's already taking up a bit more bandwidth. And then on top of that... Welcome back to the world of the living. It's good to see people, maybe somewhat different people. We just found out that if I let people into co-op, it makes the stream disconnect, which is a problem on Twitch and an even bigger problem on YouTube. Because it means to reconnect on YouTube, I literally have to make a brand new stream event. And that means it doesn't attach to what was there before, and it means a lot of truly awful things. So unfortunately, nobody gets to live in my world. This is so sad, right? Womp womp. Yeah. Yeah. That's how it is on this bitch of an earth. So we are going to... I don't think that's how it works. Don't think that's how it works. But regardless... We're gonna get rid of him, we're gonna take Nefer out of the party, and Durin can be our silly placeholder. I don't think that would be possible, even if I did try. I just don't really think that'd be possible, you know? You know what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah, we gotta start some of that to do the crystal trap. We might not actually be able to do... I mean, we'll do like 2 Hexerei quests or something, I guess. But my lord, yeah. It's been one of those days, you know? This is my friendship team. This is not a real team I would run in any kind of situation. It doesn't really have any kind of synergy, as you can tell. And as you can see, that's finished, and we can send her back to the hole. Nefer's secrets. Even the ugliest victory is preferable to noble defeat. Unbesmirched innocence has no place amid the blood and sand. Simply how the desert folk survive. But really, what I need to do is either bully certain other people into, you know, helping me run an Ethernet cable through basically the entire house to get to my room, Which, to be fair, I would need to check. I mean, I haven't bothered checking, because it hasn't been anything worth checking at this point. Whether whether this motherboard would even work with Ethernet. Because I'm not even sure it would. You know, that has to be something it actually has built. And I'm not sure it has Ethernet capabilities. But I literally forgot we had Yahuda. I'm sorry. Sorry, Yahuda. Kind of forgot you existed. I mean, this is going to be fine enough for what it is. And you can take... Yeah, it usually is ahead by a second or so. That's normal. Some degree of latency is life. Let me just see. What is on Lynette? As you can only really use Viridescent. What has a noble S piece, I believe? Someone else using... Let me just check. Who's using whose? Oh, I'm pretty sure Lanyan is using... Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Can take that Lanyan set, which I'm pretty sure is normally a Lynette set. Why did Lanyan even have it? Whatever. I don't care that much. Really, attack and maybe even healing bonus would be better, but just have a usable set, please. Okay, cool. This is fine for now. This is good for what we need. Should do that auto one. I've been playing this game for 4 years. 4 years. So, yeah, I would hope I'd have something to show for it. For some people, this is not even true. If things, I mean, unless I die suddenly, I don't see why that can't be the case. Okay. And mind you, I don't particularly plan on sudden death. To be fair, I don't imagine anyone does, but, you know, you can have my utmost reassurance. If I can do anything about it, I won't randomly and suddenly die. Okay. So again, we should also put Durin and Yahuda in the Peapot. So there we go. But I guess... I don't even know how we'd work that out. I'm not even averse to that idea. It's just the logistics of that are questionable. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was literally the co-op that did it. Let me see. She does not play the game anymore. Let me see. It is... Yeah, it's host-based. Yeah, it was definitely co-op that did that. I'm dead certain. Which is really, really sad. It does mean that I could probably join someone else's world without it being a problem. But since it's host-based... I think that having them join, increase the load, increase the strain. Because the internet today has actually been an absolute dream. You know, ping this low is something that normally... It normally is not this good. And to be fair, I did reset the router before stream today. And that's noticeably a big part of why things have been so good, I imagine. You know, the internet provider, well... multiple. I could run Durin as an off-fielder for an on-field DPS Animo DPS Venti. I could run Durin as an on-fielder himself, supported by Bennett, Fischl, and Chevros. That is also a very good option. I could also do the same thing with the Quinquake Croomcake Craft Shop. I know seems to be busy with something once again. So this is something we can progress with a Walma, actually. You could. And that would actually work decently, because Raiden would be the only on-fielder there. That said, the buffs Fischl has from Hex are decent, and that would actually work even without Chevy. But if you have a built Chevy, yeah, that's not a bad idea. To be fair, Durin doesn't really have much in the way of energy requirements. In that case, Durin, you'd probably want to give him Inform the Hex set next patch anyway, to be totally transparent. Okay. Yeah, it was going just fine until we did co-op. It was doing just fine until we tried co-op. Oh, my goodness. But previously, I've been just deleting the stream on YouTube when it falls and just going, you know what, I'll upload the VOD. It doesn't matter that much. In the interest of transparency, I'll just make another stream event. Yeah. Okay. She does give more. You know, we can pull up her information right now. She does give more team energy regen the more energy she has. No, it actually doesn't. Never mind. I was literally wrong. Yeah, it's set. It's completely set. Never listen to me. Yeah. It's completely flat energy restoration. Now the Quink Clink Crimcake Craft Shop. I know it seems busy with someone once again, and this should be about that deer, I think. Or is it? No, it's not. Is it? Interesting. Huh. What is this? It would be, but that could get kind of busted, honestly. Either really busted or really weak, depending on how she's built. And the big thing is that I think part of it is to make sure that it's not necessarily AR reliant. How good that portion of ER is in Nefer. Well, the issue is minimum. Because it would be build reliant in addition to being level reliant, I suppose. Yes. Do you like kittens? Nefer wa neko o suki? Based on previous established patterns, when you asked me, do you like snacks in Nefer, it was actually because you wanted them. Is this going to be about that deer or separate? I mean, maybe, I guess. But do you want a kitten? I know. Hey, don't you think Asher is a total cutie patootie? As in Nefer's cat. I know we have discussed this before. Our house is not suitable for pets. I think that may be a sideways reference to Yahoda, who has some cat motifs in her kit too. Though to be fair, that would be foreshadowing, because aside from the beanie, that was not really apparent until she became playable. I know that I don't want a cat or anything, I promise you, didn't I? But say, Nefer, hey, don't you think cats are cute? Oh, it's cat ear maid. Not the cat ear maid. I think cats are very cute, however, it'd be even cuter if you could make me a vacuum cleaner that does not get clogged by cat fur. Just playing hardball. Okay. Hey, I'll make that for you later, but before that, let me ask you a question. Okay. Nefer, do you want to transform into a cat? Yeah, this is, it's cat ear maid stuff. I know I do not understand. What? Nefer's gonna become a cat? Neko ni naru no ka? Traveler Paimon, are you here to play? No, we're here to stop this madness. Gotta say, your timing is perfect. Do you like snacks? I've got snacks. You can have some, hee hee. If you wanted to make a pun. Paimon loves snacks, but maybe she shouldn't. If I'm not mistaken, have you already eaten the snacks? Or I know she eats snacks every day, doesn't she? Well, hey, when did you get a snack intake calculation module installed? And get eaten? Or, good thing Paimon ate before coming here, otherwise she wouldn't be able to say no. Instead of snacks, I'm more interested in why Nefer is going to turn into a cat. That's because I heard them stinky brats gossiping and saying stuff like, oh, Nefer's always wearing the same thing, it's so boring. I know there are cat ears in this Archon quest this patch. Although the boring and Nefer looks awesome, she's super interesting. But I gave it more thought, and when I was making Nefer, I never asked her if she wanted to look like this. Aw, it's kind of cute, actually. So you want to give Nefer a new look? Maybe. Hey, well, it's nice to change your clothes once in a while, right? But I'll only give Nefer what she wants. I'm a super open-minded parent after all. The body you made for me is perfect and convenient. I pay such aesthetic concerns no mind. If I hear something terrible, I will simply delete it or deactivate my auditory systems. Thus, this is a non-issue for me. So when Aino nags you at making crumb cakes, will you also turn off your auditory system? No, I listen to everything Aino says because she is an important member of my family. Cute. And what you say is also of great importance to me. You are all my dear friends. My current records indicate that a majority of conversation topics between Aino and Paimon include eating various types of sweets or sneakily discussing where they would go to eat. The last record occurred in the middle of the night, so I must recommend you to eat less. You don't have to keep that sort of record. On the other hand, the traveler's speech is divided between commissions, caring for and helping friends, as well as dealing with various kinds of dangers. Traveler, I recommend you rest more. Don't worry, I can take care of myself. Once the work's done, I'll rest. Well, you've got no work to do now, so I guess it's rest time. As in, become a cat with Nefer, or were you telling me to become a cat? Back when I was playing Dark Souls 1, I wore the Crown of Dusk for most of the game for more spell power. Was it? Yeah, more spell power. And that looked like cat ears. Which means I'm going to make a nice kitty outfit for Nefer. Help me out, Paimon. I can make one for you while I'm at it. Great idea. For me or for Paimon? Don't agree on Paimon's behalf. Yeah, cat Paimon, Catmon. Well, unless it looks good, then Paimon thinks that wouldn't be so bad. Alright, then we're all set, and Nefer, make us some crumb cakes. Once you're done, we'll have your outfit ready. Okay. And is that gonna show it all? Or let's see, I've got my wrench, my pliers, and my crumb cake bowl. Oh, why is there a crumb cake bowl here? So this is the one that gives us that final bolt. So we can upgrade Brigitte now with a little bit of aesthetic flair. Oh, and here you can have this as a souvenir. It's just something I cobbled together when I was bored. And this, let me see. It probably does something, but I can't really remember what right now. I'll tell you if I do, though. The most important thing right now is to make super cute cat outfits for both Nefer and Paimon. And of course, if that happens, it would be during a quest. And that's the final bolt we need to upgrade that, which is interesting. Let me see. I know, cats equal cuteness. At the Clink Clank Crumb Cake Craft Shop, you find Aino preparing a cat costume for Nefer after a brief but very serious moment of thought. She decides to make one for Paimon too. I would play from launch. That's what I would do. And I would spend on the yearly top-up bonus, because I've missed a few years of those. Now, what color should I have? Never mind, I'll just select the overall design in first overalls. Do not worry, Aino is an excellent craftswoman. I'm sure whatever she makes will look great. Aww. That's cute. So, we can go and turn in the final bolts. And then, I guess, I would mostly wait to... I wouldn't skip anybody. You have to remember, I'm a collector. What I would probably do is wait to roll any weapons, really, until they made the fate point system what it is right now. That's probably what I would do. Because it's changed a bit. You know, from no fate points to 2 fate points needed to just 1 fate point needed, which makes a big difference. Okay. Open the workshop's trove. Nefer's toolbox. A toolbox stored in the workshop's trove. Instead of tools, it contains a mysterious accessory. Yeah, well, that's the idea. Let me take a look and let me see if upgrading Brigitte while Brigitte's out will change Brigitte's appearance. Let me see. We have our craft kit over there. It's a precious item. It's been used already. Right. You already have that. Upgrade ready. And now you have this little maid bonnet. Interesting. And as soon as we go back out, Brigitte's already got it. It will change a Brigitte that's already on the field. Which presumably means it would do the same for the heart on the Courier Jet's ducky, but I did not think to test that when I might have been able to. Yep, we have our new and upgraded Brigitte. That is quite fun. The power of actually playing the game. Okay, well that's done. Also, yeah. But yeah, you get one from Nefer's anecdotes, one from Aino's anecdotes, one each for getting Aino and Nefer to Friendship 6. Get one from the Croomcake Craft Shop meeting point. One from the World Quest Friends of Moly Valley, which is over here. One from a chest inside Aino's house. And one from a random chest in the Moon Power Experimental Design Bureau, just around where you start the quest for the area, actually. It's oddly conveniently located. It's kind of weird. But regardless, we are going to expel some of the current residents and put in new ones. Let me see. Also, new blueprints, Gleam and Glow, Lucky Spin. Oh, that's the drink roulette from the bar. Burst of Appetite, Tavern Notice, Whispers of the Street, 1 Sec Wheels, Utility Pocket Detector, Grillmaster Supreme, Wobbly Pony Rod, Vertical Bipolar Trolley Tower, and the Lonely Wayfarer. Okay. So we need to put some new Piopal in. Let's just get rid of all of these. Thank you for being a friend. I don't really care about that right now. You aren't important. We can just get rid of you. Did not mean to do multiple, but I guess Llama can stay. Survival of the fittest. You are kind of an animal. Okay. How Darwinian of us. So now we'll just give them some of the friendship. Yeah, your internet, or... I am sorry to hear that. You should... phone the government of Texas. Or you could phone the government of Arkansas, even though you aren't there. Not about your internet, just for fun. They might have something interesting to say. But regardless, let me... Gotta make a few Animo gems to get Yahuda up. So we'll do that real quick. Bum. Got any grapes? So right here we're chilling. Like a villain. I actually don't know about that. But let me see. We need 14 more and then make 20. Oh, okay. Can't quite. To make 20, we'll need 32 more of these, and oh my lord, we don't have enough. That is unexpected and unpleasant. Who says Dust of Azoth? Me. We have just barely not enough. So we need to make 3 more of these. Again, for one time ever only, they let you get Dust of Azoth from the first Windbloom, and that was it. Never since have they allowed you to get Dust of Azoth in any way other than purchasing it from that shop. which is honestly weirder than never doing it at all. They just decided, you can do this once and then never again. We're revoking your Dust of Azoth privileges. This is not bad at all. Okay. You can take this, even from Yelan. Take this up, and we can fight the big robot a few more times. Get Durin in 90, do some Blue Fate rolls, and do at least one or two Hexerei quests, so I won't be lying. It's the important thing. It's so many times I've proven myself an utter fraud, a deceiver, and maybe not even a particularly good one. Well, I need to redeem myself. So we can level these up. It isn't really that important. Yeah, the normals that we will never use, presumably. Though given that she's got Fav, if we miss a Fav trigger, I don't imagine it would be entirely irrelevant. Yehoder. I hardly know her. I guess the real question is, if I wasn't able to buy... I need to get Metroid Prime tonight, so I can play it in the morning. Imagine if I can't do that because that would be less than pleasant. But given the way things have gone as of late, I suppose it would not be a complete surprise. So let's, real quick, make for ourselves... Let me see this here. Got to make and convert a few more funny horsies. Again, it is very, very interesting that the rook here, it's rook, chariot, that's Arabic. The ancient language of Sumeru isn't literally Arabic. And one of the sins, Academia's 6 sins, this has been mentioned, is looking into the origins of words. Presumably because it would reveal, of course, that, the world that Tevat is essentially a facsimile of the real human world. Which is maybe not where Alice is from, but a place Alice is at least aware of, so... Let me see, can't do that quite yet. This is fine for where we are. Cool. Cool. Okay. So in that case... Also, notably, we can't do these. I would have done these, but we can't. The quest progress has stopped. The Archon quest is in a special phase. We actually cannot do our Bina quests. It's kind of crazy. So let me take a look at that. Let me take a look at that. No. Yeah, cannot go here at all. Well, I mean, we cannot see Bina here at all. What? Oh, Lord. What in the world is... It stopped, you're kidding. I just... Oh, okay. To have to stitch things then. This sucks. This really sucks. It failed to reconnect. Yeah. I'm just gonna have to kill everything. This really sucks. Even resetting the router was literally not enough. You're fucking kidding. I'm gonna have to kill it all. God damn. I don't care. Stupid hacking cough from this stupid fucking cat, who I'll probably kill and eat eventually, because I hate being allergic to something in the fucking house. It's just... the internet's completely fucked. It's just not usable anymore. I mean, I will literally have to run an Ethernet cable through the motherfucking walls. The journey so far has reached a brief pause. Take a moment to rest and check in on your companions. Fuck you. Yeah.
お待たせしました。冒険の証を確認いたしました。依頼報酬をお受け取りください。
Thank you for waiting. I've finished checking your adventure handbook. Here are your commission rewards. Okay. We have no other urgent commissions on the books at present. Thank you for all your hard work lately. Perhaps you two could consider taking a vacation. Ain't that right? Amazing, Palm never thought we'd end up having downtime and not cry. Things were pretty hectic when we first got here. Everywhere you looked, it was either the wild hunt causing chaos or the Venti stirring up trouble. Felt like this whole region was one giant slime in a barrel ready to go boom at any moment. We really have achieved a lot since we've been here, haven't we? The Traveler and Palm on strike again. Yeah, that's right, another win for Tibet's top duo. Yes, are you two aware that the Moon Prayer Night is soon to take place? Oh yeah, Wilma told us that was coming up soon. Wait, why do you mention it though? Do people in Nasha Town celebrate it too? Paimon thought it was just for moon goddess worshippers. You're partially right. Most people in Nasha Town just see the festival as an opportunity to do business, not concern themselves with the religious element. The festival was first celebrated by the Frost Moon Sons. On this day, they would wear moon prayer blossoms, celebrate the birth of the moon goddess through song and dance.
手作りの工芸品や食べ物をシェアしたりもします。今では名戸くらいで最も賑やかなお祭りなんですよ。
They would also prepare food and handicrafts and give them as gifts to others. Over time, became Nodkrai's most lively festival. That sounds like fun. I'm definitely up for it. Great, hee. Well, in the meantime, since Catherine doesn't have any commissions for us, let's focus on some personal business instead. When we first got here, you mentioned that this was where your spaceship landed. We didn't get to follow up on it at the time because we got wrapped up in that whole Reverie situation. Now we can finally start investigating it properly. Except we have no idea where to start. Well, there's a saying Paimon's heard around these parts which goes, if you lift up a rock, you'll find something you weren't looking for. By that logic, you'll never find what you're looking for while you're searching. The moment you stop looking, it'll jump right out at you. Not sure it's as simple as that. Could be worth a try though, right? Anyway, Paimon suggests we focus on other stuff we want to do for now. Just keep an ear out for spaceship-related intel as we go. Haven't seen Combina in a while. Used a huge amount of power in the final battle against Rever and has been much weaker since then. Don't know if I can do anything to genuinely help her, but surely a little chat can do no harm. One other thing that concerns me is we've seen no trace of the doctor so far. Malvika did mention he would be here. It's really look super serious all of a sudden. I was just thinking about Columbina and the doctor. Well, Paimon gets why I'd be concerned about Columbina, but what does the doctor have to do with anything? We reckon Nolan that he's been investigating the moon. I mean, he's been suspiciously absent so far, and he was the one who presumably requested the retrieval of the moon marrow. That's true, and now that you mention, we're definitely overdue for a showdown with the Vitui. It is weird that he hasn't shown himself this whole time. What could he be up to? Engrossed in one of his experiments, perhaps. Either way, his current inaction is a good thing. True, Paimon much rather deal with Sandrone anyway. She says the meanest things, but when it comes down to it, she doesn't seem like a bad person. Maybe it's the pressure of being a Fatus, especially as a harbinger. She feels like she's got to act tough to keep up appearances or something. Maybe. But then every time we had it with a Rever, she always wound up having to repair Polony and her other robots. Aw. See? It's got a sting. Losing face always hurts more for people who care a lot about their image. She's probably still furious about it. Paimon, I have a feeling she might have heard that. But relax, she's not even here, huh? Oh! Oops. Catherine, exactly. What's the matter? Oh, nothing, sorry, we'll be on our way now. Where were we again? Oh yeah, Combina, right, yeah, with Sosie, Combina, hee. A Nocturne of the Far North, Act 5, and we just did this so I could get the Crystal Fly Trap. Alright. Shifting Light of the Moon, Silver Moon Hall, and that's why we can't do that right now. You won't snitch on us, will you? I'm not entirely sure what you're talking about, but rest assured I protect client and adventurer confidentiality as a matter of principle. It's my policy. Phew, that's a relief. Paimon does not want to get an earful from her. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Will it reset when we're here? Got 15. I think it might. People were talking about that if you leave and come back to the area, you don't really have issues there. Let me see. Otherwise, we can just move it back to Nalhan, which is where it was before. Not that I'm in particular need of these services anyway, but oh, now it's gone. Oh, that Elise is still there, so we're gonna have to use the other Catherine. Unfortunately. Sorry. Wah, wah. Okay. Yeah, I literally forgot that Yahoo was this patch. And kind of that she existed. To be honest. Okay. There we go. But, that's cool. It's got a bit more of a root-like swirl to it. Oh, a little star effect. That's fun. It's very hard to see. Yeah, you have to be looking very closely. Let's check that book, though I don't think I'm doing it today. Received from Alice, the Little Witch's Dictionary. This dictionary was created by the witches. Though it claims to be explained a storybook of fables titled The Little Witch and the Undying Fire, it is actually filled with homework tailored by the Hexen Circle for each reader. As they say, to defy the current is to learn. Work on your journey, their companions seek the crown of elevation. Okay. Open. And yeah, we don't have Koi. Usual message. Venti. Of the Waking of Wind. Oh, there's a way to just accept them all. Though that is not how I'd want to handle that, really. Okay. Let's go beat that robot up a few more times. Okay. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. That's how it is. It's a cool attack. It's a shame it's not any good. Alright, let's bring the team back that kills everything. And destroy this thing a few more times so I can actually be using a level 90 Durin for my daily tasks. Okay. No. Oh, did she die somehow? How did that happen? Well, whatever. This is dumb and lame. We are just gonna do this about 14 more times. Shouldn't take long at all. You know what? You know. If I'm just trying to kill things and not even worry about the gimmick, there is one very obvious way to handle this. Don't know how I feel about that. Okay. You're out. You're out. We're just going to use our strongest team. The strongest one. Okay. That said, she should probably be holding Thav. Okay. But she's got Fav. That's good. And it... I mean, she doesn't need that. She can have the Element Mastery one for now, especially since I would like Yon-san to have the right one. So we're just gonna get Durin to 90. And then that'll be all. I just cannot put myself through this any further. Okay. And I think we did not get the shield. That was unfortunate. Whatever. And... oh, okay. That was not quite... okay, because you are really supposed to be using the gimmick. We can brute force that, but it isn't quite as ridiculous as I would have expected and wanted. Okay, cool. So Flynn's will do some of that work. Okay. Just gonna do this a few more times. That's all. That's all, gentlemen. And non-gentlemen. Brutalmen. Okay. And you are... you have a back attack, or... you just spin around, or... Okay. Yeah, if we get behind it, it actually, okay, reasonably works as just a total counter. Yeah, it cannot turn around all that well. I'm surprised that worked as well as it did. All we have to do is just stay behind it. It's funny. Okay. Still just 3. And it's giving cryo too. Yeah, that... Yeah, hydro and... I mean, pyro and cryo, because it's weak to pyro and it creates cryo. Okay. Cryo shield also uses some pyro. It's a bit of a combination. Okay, cool. Let's see. Now you actually have turned around, haven't you? Okay. No. Thanks. Well, we did get hit by that. Alright. Just do this a few more times. It's a good thing that this team is heavily invested and quite strong. I just... Oh, goodness. I think I am going to just... I'm gonna cross the Rubicon and just move my PC into my sister's room. Until she comes back. And maybe even then. Maybe. Okay. It's part of the process. And now... Oh! That hit. Surprising. Oh! That was the problem. Okay. Was not expecting that. There was a shockwave. That is important to see. Okay. That's fine. I just... Good lord. Because it... I wouldn't like to have to actively go in and rearrange the VOD and recompile. And I shouldn't have to, as long as there are no connection issues. Unfortunately... Yeah. It worked okay in the room I was in. Until I started having to run the silly chat. And again, it's probably because I have to run stuff with StreamerBot now for this combined chat. Because otherwise I can't do any kind of preemptive. Yeah. Screws up all the other VODs, screws up any event scheduling. And maybe it's just... Maybe it's just a bug. Though I don't think it'll get fixed, really, and I prefer the new chat I'm using anyway for a number of reasons. The biggest one being that it's a lot easier to modify the... Let me see... It's good. Actually, on the left side, our left, and from the front is probably the best way to do it. Interesting. Okay. See the dodge of that, and wow, that was lucky too. Okay. She won't get hit by the giant flaming buzzsaw. Okay. Thank you. And now, we get to blow through this. Okay. It's still just 3. Alright. Again, Jibai is next patch. The White Horse Xion. From really early on in lore, too, which is hilarious. But she is a pure defense scaling means unit, which is interesting. We're gonna see. Okay. You can afford to take some of the hits for us, I guess. But just why engage with the gimmick? Why do that? Okay, cool. Nice. Oh, if we're closer to the gun side, and it will miss us at point blank. Okay. Okay. Let's see. That one is not especially impressive either. If we go from this side. Okay. Yep, all-terrain combat mech. Super heavy Land Rover. The mechanized fortress. Yeah. No. Let's stay close to... Okay. Dodge. Yeah, that has a bit of a delay to it, and of course it's got this lingering active hitbox, because it's a buzzsaw. You get... See what you get. I mean, what you see is what you get. Okay. So again, we haven't got a single 4 so far, and it's kind of surprising to me. Whatever. Either way, it's either 7 more or 8 more. I won't pretend this is especially engrossing, but to anyone who has the misfortune of watching the VOD, I hope you like hearing me complain. It's what I do best. Okay. Thank you. No. Let me see. Let me get out of the way there. Let's try to back up a little bit closer. Okay. Dodge. That's actually not too hard to avoid, but I cannot be at 981 HP and be literally 1 hit from death. That is simply a bad idea. Okay. I didn't mean to do that. It's also quite interesting that... Oh, okay. What do we even... I don't even have anything to level, do I? I don't think. Oh, and that is right. This is C6. This is a bit of a free buff, which I like. And what is... Right, you got a single one of those. Right. Let me see. Enlightenment. Huh. 2 stacks. Oh, because to be fair, you could change it. Dendro. Vaporize or melt, because otherwise there's no way to get Hydro or Cryo damage bonus for him. That's right. Let me just see. Let me see. You know what? In terms of, well, that's right. What I should be doing is already leveling Defense Knight of Sky's Unveiling for Shibai. If we have good pieces. Defense, oh, that may be one we want to make. That, double crit EM energy recharge is the ideal, but that's a big ask. That's not good either. Do we have a good defense goblet? It's not bad. Then let me check some things. Honey impact. Okay. She gets 38.4 crit damage. Bonus crit damage and... her signature is... Let me see. Oh. Is it crit rate or... Let me see. It's a crit damage weapon. It's crit damage ascension and a crit damage weapon. Which means we could go for a crit rate. Circle it on her without too much issue, honestly. Yeah. Guess we're gonna be farming this again. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, just... EM, she doesn't need any attack. Crit damage, EM, defense, defense. Really? Is there anything? I guess I'll just farm more. Maybe. Or it... This is quite good. That is quite good. It's flat defense, but it's double crit with EM. That is already very, very good. I think that's a place we can feed our trash. Yeah, Jibai excites me. I mean, it double crit with some defense and EM. It is quite hard to... The only thing that would maybe be better, I suppose, is literally it would be having percentage defense instead, but still. But we're gonna leave that there. And now, there you go. Still just not getting that. Annoying. Yeah, off-piece, feather and flower are just never viable. Unfortunately. Unfortunately. Oh, that's gonna suck. Get a 46, take him to 90 to skill him up so I can just run teams on my own time for him. Put it with interesting. Don't like that. I mean, we can run official maybe, but what team would I run there? Whatever. Okay. Without the hex buffs. Okay. Ouch. Oh, Ino is in a bad spot. Okay. Thank you. And I didn't think that would hit me. I certainly hoped it wouldn't hit me. Alright. Okay. Check something. Alright. That's done, yeah. It either 5 more or 6 more, depending on how much mercy I am shown. Okay. No. No. Okay. Now this. Cool. Thank you. That dodge out of the way well again. I almost wish I had a hitbox visualizer, but that would be a bit kinder than they usually are willing to be. Alright. Ah, okay. Thank you. Thank you. 33, that... I mean, you're never gonna need both attack and defense then. So... Thinking about that, and the fact that Xinyan wants to build defense with C6, which I do have. I really hope we get some good Xinyan buffs. That would be fun. Thank you. Okay. Aww. Just what are you trying to do? Thanks. Oh, that was actually the end of things. I really don't like that. And that was disappointing too. Well, we're screwed. Okay. Okay. At least she isn't skill dependent. I mean, burst dependent. Doesn't really need energy. I thought this would have been nice and easy. I thought I would have been able to just get those 2 weapons, do a couple of Hexerei quests or something, use Venti as an on-fielder to take this thing down or something. I don't know. Don't even know. With their new weapons, and instead it just wasn't pretty and it wasn't nice. Because nothing can be good. Nothing can be nice. It's just so sad. Thank you. Thank you. And we wasted a proc, and the burst took so long, we still got hit. Thanks. Okay. 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 I have emotions. I have emotions. They're not positive ones. They're not positive ones. Okay. I'm gonna take the liberty of just... Until she comes back from her winter break, I am just going to move my PC into her room. If she wants to do something about it, she can come back about it. Okay. Thanks. Thank you. That is actually not that hard to dodge. I have to mind the slight delay in the lingering hitbox. Again, it's quite interesting. Again, Sustainless Nefer is an incredibly hard team. You just have to dodge everything. Everything. We've not gotten a single 4. I definitely get the impression that I was a lot lucky with that when they first added Rule level 9 in Natlan. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I missed some of that. That's alright. For the last couple, I guess we can... Thanks. Whoa! That was more delay than I expected. Wow. Alright. It's a bunch of boss kills. That's true. Life comes with disappointment. Many of them. Many disappointments. Okay. But that's sad. That was pretty decent. That C4 catching. At a early pity, you know, if we had to lose pity, and we had to lose the 50-50, we can't win every time. Even if we'd like to. So, that went decently. And again, I really do hope that we get some nice strong buffs for leeway characters eventually, and Kaching is one of them. Because her constellations are very, very nothing. Some of the most absolute nothing burger constellations in the game. Thanks. Thank you. Actually, it... to dodge a bit before the startup. Appears that hitbox is active a bit sooner than the animation might suggest, or at least that the dodge iframes are active a bit later than it might suggest, but regardless, give us a 4. Wow, not a single one. I will kill you. Okay. We can get some razor stuff then, I guess. Alright! Razor books. That is all we will need, so hopefully somebody else will need these materials. The only time we've kind of gotten someone who... You know, materials that never get used again is... You know, if you don't have Aloy, the only character who needs cryohypostasis materials is just Eula. And why would you even level Eula? So, oh, there we are. Let us take this quite nice feather. Defense, we don't need attack. Is there anyone with no wasted stats? Don't have any... that ain't bad. She doesn't really want energy recharge, though. Is the thing. Maybe it's more I just switch things up and give that one to Jibai. It depends. We can reshuffle the deck. Potentially. Shibai is gonna need defense, not a Skaz Unveiling. Then Columbina, Ilga could use... He could actually use Husk, because he wants defense. He could use Husk, or he could use... Not... Okay, if that was a 4, that would have been truly insulting. He can use Husk, and then maybe Goro could have... Not Disguise Unveiling, because he doesn't benefit from the defense. And then... Columbina on that team with the new sub-DPS no cry set, which I'd also like to get for a Nefer. Yeah, we want to get a good set for Shibai. Because streets are saying she's basically going to be the Mavlika of 6.x. Or Luna X. If they make Sneznaya, if they try to make Sneznaya 6 point whatever, I think people will just go to Mihoyo. Like they did with the Bunny Girl stuff, and just, they'll eat Da Wei. They'll be cannibalized. Potentially. But, this is more or less where we wanted to be. I'm gonna have to stitch those goddamned VODs together. And I mean, this might work. Actually. We're gonna see.
旅の者が階段を登って城壁の上にたどり着くと竜の鱗に星屑が散らばっているの
No, we should still put a real team together. Yeah.
竜は鼻先で流れ星のかけらをそっと押して迷子の星の
I mean, yeah, this is a really good emblem set. Not even sure I'll be able to get a better set in the Hex set, but I mean, we'll see. This is good for now. It's not as if good emblem pieces are hard to find a use for. Okay. Chaos formed like the night. The Roaring Night. Okay. Do we have enough? We might already. Pyro gems are... We have barely not enough. It's actually kind of weirder. Let's go and finish that and... Finish that there. And then... Run that domain one last time. I'll stitch the stupid VODs together and I'll have to upload that tomorrow. Good lord. I just... Hopefully, and I guess the question is going to be what happens when my sister comes back. We will burn that bridge when we come to it. But for now, the PC can be in there. But again, it depends on how long she'll be back and what she wants to do while she's back, so... Yeah. Oh, baby. You know what? We'll just farm some Mora. Sure. Sure. Or just upgrade him as far as we can and farm more during the week and stuff like that. And whatever. Whatever. But this also makes a big difference for the energy regeneration. Okay. We pre-farmed books. We pre-farmed Fatui badges. Mora maybe. Mora is definitely another question. Just wanna do this for myself. Elemental transmutation. If you say so. Okay. Oh, and there's just barely not enough. Alright. But you know what? For the sake of fun and joy and love, and all that's beautiful, we can just... Sure. This embedded in... That won't quite work, will it? If you don't have... Huh. Embedded in Xingqiao, honestly. That's simple. And it works. You can apply your element. That's fine. And this is good. What's your... Oh, Ascension. Because we got to 70 and unlocked this. Okay. Hello. We're just gonna see how well this works. Gonna go dark mode. Okay. And yeah, sure, we'll run a few more ley lines. Never killed anyone. Let's get you to 999. So I can do stuff on my own time. And not have to worry about you being just weak sauce. So, well, we can get you to 7. Just one last one. Whoever shows up here, you are the quarry. Okay, but not sure I want that. Well, whatever. Okay. Let's just see this here. And did you miss your, oh, you know you got Fab. What the, okay. Alright. I mean this, we forgot Bennett. That's fine, that's whatever. I mean this is still quite strong. Okay. We don't want more Ab. Whatever. Was that scuff? That was incredibly scuff. You can settle for 7. I have faith. Thank you. And then on my own time we'll get more of this garbage. But that gets to 33. And it keeps going up with boosted talent levels, which is kind of crazy. All the way to 42, presumably, if it scales the same way. So yeah, okay. That's fine. Guess we can just get the energy back by hitting somebody. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, alright. Figure out how I'll handle this on my own time. And Durin can be at 777 for a week. I guess that's okay. He can just be a DPS. I guess Satlali can be an on-fielder for his... for him to melt or something like that. It is what it is. It is what it is. Gonna go back here and we're gonna live. Okay. How long do we have to select one when that happens anyway? Essential transmutation of 6 seconds. Okay. After the elemental skill. Okay. And it defaults to there. Okay. Hello. So we got this thing. I'll figure out how I'm going to improve. This is kind of Layla-esque, that final attack with a star he makes. Yeah. Regardless. This is fine for now, I guess. This was eventful in a terrible way. Yeah, I'm just gonna seize the day. I'm gonna cross the Rubicon and Carpe Rumum, steal her room. Sonaragan to anyone who's watching the VOD, I guess.